Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you for coming. Actually, this was a test to see how many of you would be able to show up after a late night in Kansas State. I see Mike Babcock. I don't see Sipple, which doesn't surprise me. I don't see Chattel. So we know the guys who can really bite the bullet. But anyway, thanks for being here, because I know it's not easy. And the reason that we're doing it at this time is I got to leave here and do some things out in the central part of the state this afternoon. And one of those is what we call the Cornhusker Co-op. Right now it's harvest time. And so we're asking grain farmers to donate some bushels of corn, soybeans, sorghum, wheat, whatever, and something we haven't done before. You know, we've worked with the cattlemen, and we've had that program going for a long time. So we're interested in see how this works out. So I'm going to Grain Elevator at Hampton this afternoon, and so we think that might be a very good thing. Some of you, we often have complaints about parking, and John Ingram was telling me how he had left a little bit early, which I'm sorry to hear, but he did. And he was in Lincoln at midnight, and one of our staff members was still getting out of the parking lot when he arrived in Lincoln down there. So, you know, the parking in other places sometimes is even more difficult than here. And one other kind of tangential comment I'd like to make is that I thought that we were treated fairly well at Kansas State. I thought it would be a very hostile environment, and of course they were excited. But I thought overall the treatment was good. And we want to just remind our fans that this was last time through the Big 12, and we certainly want to maintain our tradition, no matter who we're playing or what the circumstance, that we still treat people well, treat them as we would like to be treated, and I think that will happen. And one of the issues that seems to get in the way more than anything is the alcohol issue and tailgating and so on. And each game we usually deny about 30 to 40 people admission because they're obviously inebriated, and we probably throw another 30 to 40 out of the stadium. And so, you know, we'd like to not have that happen. It's not good for the people who are denied admission or thrown out, but it's also not good for the people around them, because I got a letter from a father after, I think, our last home game, and he brought his son to his first Nebraska game, and there was some guy who had been drinking heavily, and he wouldn't sit down. He stood up in front, and pretty soon it got very heated, and people began to leave in the section. Eventually the man and his wife were arrested, and it was not good for a lot of people.